everyone, today I'll bring this brand new this series. It is from Norway. It's dropped on Netflix. It's called Billionaire Island. And when I saw this series was coming on Netflix, I was excited to see this. Especially the plot for this show is definitely very interesting. It sounds like, show Successions. A lot of people are comparing this to that show. What do I think about this series? Well, as I was saying, the show's plot was quite interesting. Even the first 40 minutes of the show is actually quite interesting and engaging. But unfortunately for the show, it's actually overall, I thought it was like it didn't live up to its expectation. Especially the plot, although it does have a very interesting plot about this two biggest salmon producing company in this island, Norway. There, like these are the two company they produce. I guess exporting for this salmon fish, and this the way the show shows you all the salmon. These are really interesting. I really like all the scene the show had with the island, especially all the shot of the overlooking the island there, and especially all this shot, and then you have to get out and in and out of the island with the boat and helicopter. Some of the scene, overall actually the series looked quite good. However, the biggest problem with the show is everything is good. It's just for some reason when you watch it, it's really very uninteresting. Like you are like, what are these people are just on and on. Dialogues are not very it's not for everyday people. You're just listening to them and you're like it's not very relatable. Neither is that interesting. That I feel like a lot of audience will not even finish first episode. This is one of the show, it just, I'm saying the way it was done, it's like it doesn't have a lot of tension between the character. Like you don't feel anything for these people on a screen. You're not invested in their story, what they're doing, the way, especially because of the dialogue, they're not interesting, neither is very engaging. I'm just saying the way it was done, it was not very entertaining. The first thing about any show is it needs to be, it's the first episode's job is to get the audience excited and get the character. You feel like you're invested in all the character. The only character honestly I felt invested in this show was the guy who was the rivalry company's guy. He is who is living like a poor person. He's getting this free coffee from the shop, and although his character overall was quite interesting, but still I feel like none of the other characters were that interesting. Like it doesn't make audience excited to finish the show. I felt like I had to push myself to finish it, and I was really excited to see this. However, the show's production, all the actings are okay, I'll say. However, the lead actress, who looks like, by the way, Helen Mirren. She looks like a Helen Mirren. I say it's not like the younger version of Helen Mirren. That's really crazy. I really thought that was her cousin or something. But Helen Mirren is not from Norway. She's from England, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, she looks like her. She was quite good. However, her character wasn't that interesting. Let's be honest. We have seen this kind of character before. Even her daughter was not that interesting. Her kids, none of them are that interesting. Like, how her husband was okay, I guess. I was thinking what's up with him. And the opposite party, I guess their family was a little bit interesting because, they're living like not as rich as them. So it was like, you were wondering why they're living like that. So there was a mystery with the opposite party, but not enough to make people like. I feel like the biggest problem with the show was, for me personally, was the character were not that interesting. Although this show does have a lot of twist and turn, a lot of betrayal, which is some of this betrayal, you do see it coming, especially whenever you are watching any show about corporate, so I'm gonna say that all the twist and turn, they do come along, but they do take long time to build onto those. Especially last two episodes did have some tension, but I feel like it's too late. You have to, I guess this is still like one of those shows. It's very slow burn. but they do explain to you. But I was not that, honestly, I did not like this show. That is what I'm gonna say. Like, I really tried to say something nice about it. Overall, I really found it very boring and uninteresting. Although the way it finishes, it's really predictable. That these daughters are, they're trying to gain the power for a while, so it makes sense. The way it ends is no shocking or anything. Overall, I'll say this show had a lot of potential, never live up to its potential. That is what I'm going to say, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? If you enjoyed my this review, don't forget other reviews on other Norway show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.